and those distractions are multiplying. This morning, new advice before you drive for your spring or summer trip. Attorneys from Ferris, Riley, and Pitt, Ken and Darius. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
I like those suits.
Thank you.
Like
yours.
the Suit Brothers here. I like it. So when we talk about distracted driving, a lot of people know what that is. But there's actually an all call right now because viewers can do something to change all this. You were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can't control what somebody else does on the road, but what you can do is you can start to make a difference by doing this. If you have kids in the car, you can start by being a good example.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, I like it.
Because they're going to do what you do. Okay. They're going to emulate you. So if you have kids in the car, I would just say, don't do it. And if you want to do something that I've tried to do and I've told others to do, tell them, say, if y'all see me on the phone, if y'all see me, texting and driving or talking, get on to me, do it, and have that commitment with your kid, because we can't make people stop talking on the phone,
right,
or texting and driving. We can't make people do that. But what we can do is we can try to affect the behavior of our kids going forward, and at some point, there'll be enough education to where we'll actually have less wrecks. So that's what I would do to try to prevent this epidemic, this problem, from just continuing on and on and on and perpetuating.
I mean, really, that's great parenting, and you're leading by example, but also you're helping solve this issue for future generations in the future. Because if they see that now, that's how they're going to act. Usually this is how the kids kind of resemble their parents' behavior sometimes. So.
They do, and one thing we try to do is we've talked to schools and anybody out there. We've got a program, a nationally recognized program that we'll come talk to your school and talk to an assembly of kids to try to get, and young adults really, and try to get them to recognize the dangers of distracted driving. Because if we can start early, then we can effectuate change. I can't change, a 50-year-old's habits, but we can maybe affect a 16-year-old's habits.
One question we have is hands-free driving. So, you have your cell phone, it's up on a device that's holding it. You're not holding it in your hand. So if you're driving with a hands-free cell phone in the car, is that the same as having a passenger in the car? I mean, is it wrong?
No, hands-free is not necessarily the same as having a passenger in the car. In fact, having a passenger in the car is probably a little more safe.
Okay.
The reason being, you have those extra eyes. You guys are having the same experience. They can see other cars coming. They can see cars stopping ahead. They can tell you when you're doing something wrong. If you're hands-free, that person on the other side of the line does not have the same experience as you. Essentially, you are in that conversation, and you're not as paying attention as much as you should be.
Okay.
So it's not the same thing. In fact, I think that hands-free is a lot more dangerous than having someone else in the vehicle.
Would you consider hands-free devices distracted driving?
In a lot of ways, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, things are changing. Again, a lot of distractions out there, more and more every single day. One more minute to go. Tornado season right now in Alabama. Knock on wood, we haven't had any bad weather to that extent. But say you're on the road and there's a tornado or a tornado warning in your area and you can't really find a storm shelter. What should you do in that situation? There's some ways you can protect yourself.
If you can't really find a storm shelter, you have to. All right, what I've always heard, right, is that if you're on the road, right, and you get into that situation, get into a low area, get into a ditch, obviously. You want to pull over, see if you can find anything heavy to hide under. Have a plan for that type of situation, just like any other situation. You'd have a plan. Know who you're going to call. Know where your family is. Know where any sort of, like I said, heavy objects or low ground is, and just be prepared. I mean, that's all you can do in that type of situation.
Think ahead and make sure your eyes are on the road and in the sky.
Exactly.
To make sure it's a safe drive for everybody out there. So some great advice this morning. Again, we have Ken and Darius, Ferris, Riley, and Pitt. Thanks for coming on the show.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Great advice.